EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, New York.
Looking to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 13. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 4. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
Oh, come on, 10-5.
The 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll go again with Tracy. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. The 20. 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
They'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all. A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver, and it's good yardage and a 1st down to open the drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
He's going to flip that out to the flat.
Come on, bro.
Down the left sideline. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the
They could just
45.
get lucky, man.
Excellent gain, 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Second and 1. He's got it to Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages.
Come on, bro.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Man, 14 good. Where you try to throw the freaking ball. That's so fun.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted.
That's so fun.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first. Down on the year. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. As the first half is winding down. And the Rams have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
He's got a man, complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now Ryland for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rams 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough.
Oh my God.
He's got it in the end zone.
Bro, y'all killed me with that one, man.
From 21 yards away. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21.
Boy, that's bogus right there, man.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot.
Bitch, you spent the wrong fucking way, Nick.
They already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Good shit.
Heavy rush and down
Good
he
shit.
goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd and 11. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Right back to Tracy.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
That is caught.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Back to throw.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd down, here's Tracy.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Going to be taken in here by McCool. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Quick hitter here.
Oh,
It's complete.
and I had that on my mind.
The tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They're going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Connected with Johnson. Johnson jostles free. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
Oh, hi, where you going?
As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday night has been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Rams will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Oh, my God.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
That's going to change things in a hurry. That shortens the field considerably, and now they're on the move.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass caught by Gray.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll come up now on second down. Back to throw again. And he's got his big tight end here.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Rams, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.